Hi guys, welcome back to Fragments of a Simple Life, where every video I make is super simple. Today I am back with a book that I haven't done in a very long time. This is the Secret Language of Birthdays book. Personality profiles for each day of the year. It's okay if you don't believe in this sort of thing, it's just for fun. In my community tab, I asked for people to let me know if there was a birth date that they had in mind, theirs or somebody else's. And I received 5 responses. So today is your lucky day because I am going to be reading about those birthdays. If anybody would like me to read about their birthday the next time I do this book, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to do this over and over and over again if you're interested. I think doing 5 or 6 at a time is probably plenty because it is a bit to read. I wanted to start by opening this book up and maybe seeing if I could find something about Pisces. We are in Pisces right now, being in March. So if your birthday's between February 20th and March 20th, you are a Pisces. Your motto is I believe. Your symbol is the fish. Your ruler is Neptune. It says a Pisces personality. If Pisces is taken to represent the 12th and last period of life, age 77 through 84, it symbolizes a spiritual letting go of earthly attachments and a merging with the cosmos. That's very nice. The rulership of Neptune lends a dreamy, spiritual, and deeply emotional quality to the Pisces personality. Pisces are not known for their practicality, but can in fact be masterful in their understanding and expression of abstract ideas and systems. Thus, those born under this sign can be typed as dreamers, yet when they make a gift of their visions to humanity, it is indeed a fine offering. Generally speaking, Pisces are easy about sharing material possessions and enjoy friendships and close partnerships more than most. Yet they also need to be alone a good deal of the time and run the risk of becoming escapists or loners who isolate themselves from the world. Extreme sensitivity can make it difficult for Pisces to lead an easy social life. Though often characterized as a sign of sorrows, suffering is borne well by Pisces. However, they can be vulnerable to depression and occasionally beset by self-pity. Escapes involving addiction are particularly dangerous for them. The deep and complex emotional life of those born under this sign makes them highly attractive to those who long for contact with the profound in life. Pisces are often blessed with excellent memories, perhaps due to impressionability. In addition, they tend to be devotional, make true believers. And this applies not only to religious, but also in regard to other belief systems and principles. Jupiter shows its influence in the generosity of this sign. Pisces are highly empathic, sensitive to the difficulties of others. They tend to respond with compassion in the face of misfortune. However, Pisces must be aware that others do not impose unduly on them or take advantage. Okay, so there you go. That's Pisces. You also have Pisces Aries cusp. These are people that are born like at the end of the month, anytime between the 19th and the 24th. It says a little bit of stuff that's different for people that are Pisces Aries cusp. I'll read about the personality part. It says those born on the Pisces Aries cusp are unusually direct in their approach to life, and their outspokenness can make them alternatively admired or misunderstood. They are elemental, basic individuals who cannot and will not be denied, no matter what their station in life. The Pisces Aries people rarely see anything wrong with their actions and generally refuse to change their attitude or lifestyle for anyone. Even the mildest of them seem to carry a sense of infallibility about their person. Through insistence, they tend to get their way. This is crazy because my mom is not in a Pisces Aries cusp. She's just a Pisces, but this sounds more like her. Every cusp personality comprises of conflicting elements being influenced by two different adjacent signs. It's hard to be on the cusp. Because of the Pisces Aries personality combines the watery Piscean traits, I think that's how I say it, sensitivity and deep emotion with the fiery Aries traits of action and willfulness. I'm an Aries. People born on this cusp may prove puzzling to those unable to understand their curious admixture of passive and active characteristics. They can be at once dreamers and doers. However, as feeling intuitive types, they often lack earthly stability and hard mental objectivity. For this reason, their lives tend to show a great deal of conflict and flux. Well, that's rude. Next is Aries. Aries is broken up into Aries 1, 2, and 3, or first, second, third. I'm not really sure. I've read about these before, but this is me. I'm a third. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the actual birthdays now that we read about Pisces. We're going to flip to January 23rd. If your birthday is January 23rd, oh, there's the rest of the Pisces. Pisces 1, 2, 3. Is it going backwards? It might be. Let's go. Yep. January 12th, almost there. 28th, too far. 27th, 26th, 25th, 24th, and here we go. January 23rd. So if you were the person that asked me to read about January 23rd for you, this is your time. January 23rd is known as the Day of Character. It says, those born on January 23rd have a remarkably distinctive character which sets them apart from everyone else. On the surface, this can manifest as an identifiable style, often amplified by one particular quality such as your voice, movements, speech patterns, or facial mannerisms. Thus, while many of us may in fact be rich in character, January 23rd people live it, are it, for all to see. Indeed, the habits they display can make a most memorable first impression. That's kind of a cool thing straight out the gate, I think. It says, an important theme in the lives of January 23rd people is the basis of character itself, integrity, moral, and ethical strength. Those born on this day may not give the manners much thought, or perhaps even certain assumptions about their lack of character, but through, it says, crises and dire circumstances soon discover what they're made of. If they act in an honorable fashion, they can live with themselves. If not, they will suffer deeper until they can clear their conscience or improve their self-image. So it sounds like you really, really care about being a good person. And if you're made to look like you're not a good person in some way, you're definitely affected. That's kind of what I'm getting. It says such vindication may perhaps only be effected through subsequent courageous or self-sacrificing acts. But fortunately, or unfortunately, as the case may be, sticking to or betraying what they believe in youth may have a cinematic and permanent effect on their personality. Huh, okay. Let's read about your numbers and your planets. It says you are ruled by the number 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And the planet Mercury. Mercury represents quickness of thought and change. So January 23rd people may find themselves likely to overreact mentally. Don't kill the messenger, I'm just reading. And to change their minds and physical surroundings with great regularity, particularly emphasized by the erratic nature of Uranus, ruler of Aquarius. Okay. It says, I'm kind of skipping around a little because it's a lot. The number 23 is associated with happening, and for January 23rd people, this enhances their wish for interesting and sometimes dangerous experiences. So January 23rd people are sometimes thrill seekers. That kind of tells me a lot. Okay, that's cool. It says for your tarot, if you believe in that, you're the 5th card of the major arcana, which is the Hierophant, an interpreter of sacred mysteries who is a symbolic of human understanding and faith. His knowledge is esocentric and he has authority over things that are unseen. So some character traits are self-assuredness and insight, and unfavorable traits are moralizing, bombast, and dogmatism. I don't know if that's true. Okay, here's health. Again, this is just what the book says. I'm not trying to pretend to be psychic. I'm just reading. It says those born on January 23rd usually show some resistance to normal health procedures. It says you have your own way of dealing with disease or body difficulties. When you're suffering from an illness, January 23rd people must be particularly careful about making self-fulfilling prophecies or assuming that they have explored all health options on their own. Okay, that's a good piece of advice for anybody, I think. Their expectations can also influence the health of their family and friends. Usually those born on this day have strong food likes and dislikes, which are deeply ingrained. So maybe a picky eater or something, or you just really know what you love. As far as exercise is concerned, they may be, you might be up for a moderate regime. Those born on this day can benefit from staying open to advice regarding their health, exercise, and lifestyle, and expand your dietary horizons. Try new foods. And this is what your overall advice says. It says, put your technical skills to work, act honorably, but don't be fantastical in your expectations. Fanatical. I don't have my glasses on. In your expectations of yourself and others. Enjoy fitting in once in a while. Meditation. Makeup generally looks best when unnoticed. What is that supposed to mean? Rude. That seems rude. Your strengths are that you're personal, individual, and technical. Your weaknesses are self-evolved, asocial, and troubled. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Some famous people that were born on the same day as you. Humphrey Bogart. Some other people I don't know. trying to find someone that I do know. Oh, Cheetah Rivera. That's fun. If you care. Randolph Scott. I don't know who that is. Edward Stone. Lots of people. It like continues all the way over onto this side. Lots of French people, lots of actresses, and some Nobel Prize winners. So I think that is pretty cool. It says there's no denying a marked technical, mechanical, or scientific interest. That's very interesting to do. I don't know. It says character and individualism are important features in the lives of January 23rd people. So they may choose to study, act out, or appreciate those qualities in others. It says January 23rd people believe in being natural. Interesting. Okay, let's go on to the next person. That was it for January 23rd. I don't know if any of that applies to you, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. Let's see. I'm trying to find August. If you asked me for August 17th, you are next. Almost through September, I am going backwards. We're in August now. Here's the 27th. One more. Here we go. August 17th. I'm going to cross it off. I have a little post-it here. I'm going to cross off all the dates that people asked me for. Okay, August 17th, the day of explosive power. Holy moly. Okay. Let's read a little bit about you. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes. Those born on August 17th are powerful and explosive individuals. Fire sign. They have the high voltage of those born on the previous day, so I guess the 16th, with whom they have much in common. But unlike the latter, they are very taken up with running the show. Okay, so August 17th people like to be in charge. Their drive to rule has the underpinnings of a well-established earthiness which grounds their dynamic energies. Most August 17th people, men and women, are dominating authoritarians at heart who do not brook any challenge to their right to rule, whether acting as parents, teachers, military people, or even friends. So it's really trying to hammer home that you like to be in charge. I don't know if that's true for you. Indeed, those born on this day often run into trouble when their controlling nature becomes too hard to handle. Okay. Paradoxically, August 17th people can display a very quiet and even solitary temperament and a strong desire to protect their private life. So you like to keep your life to yourself. Outside of their work or social involvements, they would prefer to be left alone. Though very outgoing at times, perhaps the life of the party, they are hardly wanton exhibitionists, preferring not to waste their energies in grand displays. Those born on this day carry a certain refinement and charm with them, but can also be forbidding enough to keep admirers at arm's length. So, August 17th person, are you a hard person to get to know and bossy? I'm just asking because of what the book is saying. Okay, let's read one more paragraph and then we'll skip around. It says, one of the greatest challenges to August 17th people is to control the argumentative side, along with a tendency to be alternately antagonistic or defensive. I'm the same way. I'm an Aries, hot-headed. If allowed free rein, such urges can create serious difficulties for them, not only making enemies, but also alienating friends or family. So the book is saying to tone it down a little bit. Those who love and understand August 17th people will try to cope with the untamed energy and readily forgive explosive words and actions. But there reaches a point where those born on this day must push the tolerance of others too far, or may push. Okay. August 17th people, be nice. Okay, numbers and planets. Those born on this day of the month are ruled by the number 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. And the planet Saturn. Saturn carries a serious aspect, which tends to make August 17th people severe with themselves and others. Well, that makes sense. The combined influence of the Sun and Saturn may indicate an ultra responsible personality, but one also prone to discouragement. That's hard. The number 8 carries a conflict between the material and spiritual worlds. Those ruled by the number 8 are often lonely and tend to indulge themselves. Okay, your tarot card is a 17th, which a card of the major arcana, which is the star, if you believe in that thing, which shows a beautiful naked girl under a star pouring refreshing water on the parched earth with one pitcher and reviving the stagnant water of a pond with another. She represents the glories of the earthly life, but also material enslavement to it. The star above her is an eternal reminder of the presence of the spiritual world. Thus, August 17th people are reminded never to forget about your higher goals in life. I kind of like that. Here's the star card right here. Health. The greatest health danger for August 17th people is illness that is brought upon you by suppressed aggression. That's what the book says. It says those born on this day allow problems to eat away with them and express such worries only in fits of temper. So you hold on to it. You hold on to the negative feelings, and that gives you stomach problems, intestinal conditions, hypertension, and all kinds of health issues. So you need encouraging for your social nature. Working and living in an energetic, free-flowing fashion is good for your health. That's what it says. You're also prone to all forms of depression. Okay. Advice says moderate your intensity when appropriate. Use downtime to examine your motivations. Get to know yourself better. Observe yourself in daily life and learn to recognize the early warning signs of destructive temper. Try to keep things light. Your meditation is touching the nose means no. I don't know what that means. Touching the nose means no? I don't know. I have no idea. Your strengths are that you're versatile, forceful, and earthy. Weaknesses are tempestuous. I can't say that word. You guys can read it for yourself. Antagonistic and aloof. I'm sorry if this felt very negative, or maybe it felt right on the nose. I think there's nothing wrong with being explosive and strong and powerful and knowing what you want, but I do also like what the book is saying about taking a beat, taking a breath, and expressing your emotions in real time. Again, this is just for fun. Davy Crockett has the same birthday as you, so does Robert De Niro, Mae West, Sean Penn. That makes sense. Sean Penn. Some other people that I don't know. Ted Hughes, which is a British poet. Some figure skaters. a Russian spy, composers, all kinds. Okay, so that's it for August 17th. Please don't be mad at me. Let's keep going backwards in time, shall we? We're in June. We're still in June. And we're in May now, which means closer to April. If you asked me for April 13th, you are up next. By the way, my birthday is a couple days after yours, April 13th. So we might have some things in common. We're on April 19th now. 18th. Let's skip a couple. 16th. I wrote on mine, so I'm skipping it. Like my actual page for my birthday is right here, and I wrote on it. I should probably get some white out for that. Okay, we have April 13th, the day of the iconoclast. I don't even know what that means. 2 college degrees, I don't even know what that means. But we're gonna read about you, April 13th. Let me cross it off. Okay. Here we go. Those born on April 13th attempt to solve their conflicts with the world through their work. Exceptional individuals born on this day are often forced to be true pioneers, blazing new ground in an attempt to find a place in a society with which they are basically at odds. But even those who operate within a more mundane social context generally manifest a desire to rewrite the rules of their field. Powerful in their expression, April 13th people are capable of working alone and perhaps unappreciated for years. Finally, if they are successful, they force others not only to recognize the validity of their often radical approach, but perhaps to adopt it for themselves. If successful, they can naturally suffer from feelings of rejection. If unsuccessful, they can naturally suffer from feelings of rejection or inferiority, but most likely will continue along their chosen path no matter what the world thinks of them. I kind of like that. Hard-headed, relatable. Less highly evolved individuals born on this day may attempt to deny their inborn talent for individual innovative actions by adopting a repressive reactionary stance or assuming a powerful social position. Strong-willed April 13th people have unconventional methods in which they exercise to the fullest whether those around them accept it or not. If members of their family or friends disapprove strongly of what they see as bizarre or eccentric behavior, April 13th people generally go down one or two paths. They internalize the disapproval of others and possibly fall ill, or they fight for recognition and acceptance they believe and they deserve. Good for you. Those April 13th people who are sufferers from chronic physical ailments may, as a consequence of coping with their own problems, come to work with illness as physicians, nurses, or psychological or social counselors. As for April 13th people of the second type, they will not give up until they have succeeded in establishing their worth. Possessed of unusual habits and personalities, April 13th people most often maintain a strictly private personal life away from the world's scrutiny. This need for seclusion can, in rare cases, assume almost pathological proportions. Strangely enough, those born on this day may desire an individual or several companions to join them in their living situation at home while still maintaining their own strict laws of privacy. So maybe you like having roommates as long as they keep to themselves. Because of their unusual nature and lifestyle, all sorts of stories about April 13th people can circulate within their social sphere. Some of them true. These rumors can cause a great deal of pain, as those born on this date are extraordinarily sensitive to the opinions of others. April 13th people have outspoken taste, generally less open to less conventional art forms or entertainment, usually not artists. They are often art or antique collectors with an eye for apparently ordinary items. Weird. Although idealists, April 13th people are realistic enough to know how to be financially successful if they choose to be. Well, I guess that's good. That was kind of all over the place, right? Those born, I'm over here to numbers and planets now. Those born on the 13th day of the month are ruled by the number 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. And the planet Uranus. The planet Uranus often indicates change, perhaps jarring or sudden change. Guess you gotta keep an eye on that. It can make for erratic, unconventional behavior. Potential for instability is magnified by Mars. The number 4 traditionally represents rebellion. You would like to change the rules, and you have a desire to shake up the status quo. Okay. Although the number 13 is considered unlucky by many people, it is rather a powerful number which carries the responsibility of using its power wisely or incurring the risk of self-destruction. Okay. The most misunderstood card of the tarot is the 13th card, which is Death, which is very rarely to be taken literally. It usually means letting go of the past in order to grow beyond your limitations, metaphorically speaking. This card and the number 4 do, however, suggest that April 13th people must guard against discouragement, disillusion, pessimism, and melancholy. So stay away from negative people and help yourself not be negative. It's probably a really big deal. For health, you have to deal with a lot of disappointment and rejection, which at various points in your life can manifest in psychological and physical symptoms. You can have headaches, anxiety, and even bouts of depression. Sleep can be a blessing and a curse. It normally has a healing effect, but if it's coupled with depression, it could be pretty negative for you. Be careful with alcohol consumption. Establish regular patterns for your work and exercise. April 13th people can be naturally athletic in any form of sports or physical workouts, from long walks to swimming to aerobics. It's highly recommended. And regularly scheduled meals and upbeat approach to food can be a great form of medicine. That's pretty good. For your advice, it says, make an effort to get out socially. Don't get bottled up. Try to occasionally see the world through the eyes of others. Give freely and learn to accept generosity as well. Sometimes your pride gets in your way. Meditation. On the stage of life, a change of scene can further the action. Again. Okay. Strengths. You're strong-willed, pioneering, and outspoken. Weaknesses, you're misunderstood, alienated, and rejected. I apologize if that was really hard to hear. That is it. Oh wait, I didn't read about some famous people. You have Thomas Jefferson. That's pretty good. You have Samuel Beckett. That's a prize-winning playwright. Buster Keaton, an actor. Lanford Wilson, another playwright. Stanley Doan, a film producer and director, and the choreographer of the movie Singin' in the Rain. Ron Perlman, he's an actor, obviously. Who else? What do we have over here? Some composers. There's some names I cannot pronounce even if I tried. So it looks like a lot of people in the art world. We have actors, playwrights, authors, musicians. Pretty good. All right. We are on our way to March 20th. Almost there. 21st. And hold on. Oh, is it back in the back now? Please hold, guys. Yeah, it is. Gotta go all the way to the back. There we go. March 20th. The day of the labyrinth. Ooh, look, it's like a little maze. I wonder what that means. Let's read for March 20th, shall we? March 20th is a highly symbolic day when considered as the last day of winter and the end of the astrological year. People born on this day possess certain unusual gifts as well as special problems. There's always good and bad in this book. I'm sorry, guys. For example, they are in many ways the most highly evolved creatures of the year, when the zodiac is considered as a map of the evolution of human beings. On the other hand, they may find it difficult to start certain important endeavors and to leave the past behind. It could take them a very long time to make crucial decisions, particularly those involving big changes in your life. Please let me know if that's true for you. That sounds true for me, and I'm not a March 20th baby. The expansive qualities and sometimes unfounded optimism of March 20th people can land them in hot water. While their dreaminess lends them magnetic charm, it also makes them prone to unreliability in their outlook. However, those born on this day manage to find their true calling and life partner. They will be protected from much that can go wrong. That's kind of interesting. So having a life partner is a really good thing for people born on March 20th, I guess. Not everyone has to settle down or get married, but it makes it seem like it's a positive thing for you. March 20th talents are generally both numerous and diverse. Okay, good for you. Therefore, those born on this day may flounder. Oh, see, positive and negative. Flounder for a while, fishing around for the right path to take. But that's not a bad thing. You're good at so many things that you don't know which one to do. That sounds like a good problem to have to me. They can also be overly influenced by those in higher positions and somewhat inclined toward hero worship. Oh, often at the expense of their own ego. Their romanticism, a product of a vivid imagination, can perhaps lead them astray. March 20th people must also be aware of falling into depressions, which no amount of admiration will help. It says solid friends and loved ones who can keep them on track is great importance. So you have to have good people around you. It's probably why I also suggested that you do better with a significant other. That makes sense. Okay. It says those born on this day are often drawn to psychic phenomena. So that you might like this book. It says you have talent in this area. What? But be extremely careful and do not go overboard. Okay. Use it in moderation and you will achieve success in life. So this book is saying that March 20th people are all a little bit more psychic than the rest of us, I guess. So you have a sensitivity to music and art that are pronounced. You're drawn to vocal expression like singing. For example, can make an excellent hobby or profession. So are you musically talented, my March 20th person? It sounds like you could be. Okay, your numbers and planets. You're born on the 20th, so you are a number 2, and you're ruled by the moon. Number 2s are gentle, imaginative, and easily hurt by criticism. Let's see here. It says you have a low threshold for irritation and a high degree of restlessness. Okay. It says, although able to function as a number 2 to someone else's number 1, you feel resentful of it from time to time. For this reason, you need to take the lead more often, and this will help you build a stronger ego. Okay? The 20th card is the Judgment card or Awakening card. You can see a little picture of it right there. It urges you to leave the material aspects behind and seek higher spirituality. It's an angel blowing a trumpet, which signifies a new day, a day of accountability. It's a card that makes you move beyond your ego and take a glimpse into the infinite. You must heed this message, but also be aware of being thrown off balance. So it sounds to me like March 20th people are intended to be very spiritual. I'm not telling you what to do, but it just sounds like that's supposed to be a big part of your life, whether it's religion, tarot, I don't know, whatever you choose to believe in. It seems like spirituality is like really big for you. Very important, March 20th people. March 20th people for your health. March 20th people are generally more mental than physical and prone to getting their feelings tied up in knots. Lots of nervous energy will cause headaches, leading to exhaustion. You have to seek rest in a stable life situation. Do some moderate regular exercises to ground your body. Use up excess energy to combat depression. Get a healthy diet in your life as soon as possible. It says you do like to be extravagant with your food, which will make it difficult. It says March 20th people are best with a straight and narrow diet of grains, vegetables, and low-fat foods, and avoid binging. But be careful because extreme diet and exercise can cause problems too, and it will intensify your stress. So basically just live your best life because that makes no sense. Advice. Your emotions can be destructive. Keep calm and in touch with your center. Direct your energies towards realistic goals. Observe yourself living. And meditation is, we create nothing, express nothing. We only discover or uncover what is already there. Okay, that one makes sense. That one's really cool. I like that meditation. Your strengths are that you are logical, sensitive, and versatile. Weaknesses is that you're unrealistic and unsure. You only got 2 weaknesses. Everybody else got 3. Okay, some famous people. It looks like you have B.F. Skinner, a psychologist and behaviorist. You have Spike Lee, film director. Holly Hunter, actress. Pat Riley, basketball coach. Bobby Orr, hockey. William Hurt, he's an actor. Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers. What do you know? Michael Redgrave, also a stage and TV and film actor. Tanya Boyd, film actor. Carl Reiner, a writer and a comedian, and Alfonso Garcia Robles, a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Okay, lots of different people. That was March 20th. Let's see if we can find February 27th. Oops, I went too far. February 23rd. This will be our last birthday. 25th, 26th, 27th. February 27th, this is for you. This is the day of the reality masters. Interesting. Those born on February 27th are extremely insightful into the workings of the world around them. They spend a great deal of energy coming to understand the basic elements of everyday life, how things work, why people act the way they do, how to work to advantage with the environment. But this is only the beginning. From this solid reality base, February 27th people allow their questioning spirits to explore outward to social, international, and universal spheres as well. Because they build solidly at each step of the way, they can confidently count on the wisdom they have culled from experience to see them through new and perhaps increasingly ambitious endeavors. The greatest difficulties for February 27th people usually surface in their personal lives. Because they are extremely demanding individuals, they also sense their intuitive choices in relationships are often not the most suitable for them, to say the least. They can have tumultuous and chaotic love lives. I would love to know if that's true, but you don't have to tell me your personal business. For some reason, for all of their understanding of the world and their capacity to make their way in it, they often know surprisingly little about themselves other than what they think they want. To learn the difference between what they want and what they truly need is an important distinction for them to grasp, and one which they hopefully make sooner rather than later in life. By satisfying their true needs, they can, of course, find greater emotional stability and happiness. Too often, they feel that their problems can be solved by another person. This must be like the love life part coming up. And put too much energy into their romantic love lives instead of seeking the solutions to their needs on a deeper level inside themselves. So don't look for outward gratification, go internal. Given their emotional makeup, it is unlikely that those born on this day will experience much downtime between relationships. I feel like this is really personally attacking you, and I'm sorry. But an extended period alone could actually do them some good. Because of their thoughtful and sensitive nature, they should be able to accomplish much personal growth. Okay, so that's good. You can do it on your own. You can do it without a man or woman or whatever you're into. It says your happiness when you can let your mind roam free over a variety of subjects. You like friends and mates who are intellectually active. You struggle in social environments in an attempt to somehow master it or redirect it. You need to dominate. You're very strong. You have magnetic powers. Some of the strongest magnetic powers from the entire year. You have to be careful not to overwhelm everyone around you. February 27th, people lose moral direction. They have a great potential for bringing destructions on themselves and others. So don't lose your moral direction. Their capacity for not only seeing the truth but also bring with it a desire to pass through a rare combination of empathy and willpower presents them with great ethical and moral challenges. You are a very complex person, February 27th. Let's see, your numbers and your planets. We have a 2 plus 7, which makes you a 9 person, ruled by the planet Mars. You're powerful in your influence. Let's see. It says February 27th, people are able to influence those around them. The planet Mars is forceful and aggressive. The combination of Mars with Neptune, which is a ruler of Pisces, can grant February 27th people almost hypnotic power over the minds of others. That's good, but also kind of scary. Your tarot is the 9th card of the major arcana, which is the Hermit, who is usually depicted walking with a lantern and a stick. He represents meditation, isolation, and quietude. The Hermit also signifies crystallized wisdom and ultimate discipline. He's a taskmaster, motivates by conscience and guides others on their path. This card points the way to the sort of spiritual development which February 27th people should pursue. So this is telling you that you should be a little more spiritually minded. I guess it would be good for you. The positive indications of this card are stick-to-itiveness, purpose, concentration. Negative qualities are dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, and discouragement. For your health, it says those born on this day often know a surprising amount about health, even though they have no formal training. However, they periodically forget everything they know and go in an unhealthy direction. Having benefit of a medical or alternative health authority who you trust is crucial. You need vigorous physical exercise, running, aerobics, gymnastics, weightlifting, rock climbing, ocean swimming. And it says some stuff about sex, but I'm not going to read that part. Let's just pretend. It says advice: bring your mastery over your environment to bear on yourself. Follow your spiritual path wherever it takes you, but be kind to those you meet along the way. Tend to your own personal business and don't get sidetracked. Meditation. Necessity is a relative term. Your strengths are that you're magnetic, capable, and worldly. Weaknesses: self-unaware, demanding, and emotionally chaotic. These are not my words about you. I am just reading the book. Catherine the Great was born on your birthday. Who else do we have here? John Steinbeck, the novelist. Elizabeth Taylor. Dexter Gordon, who is an actor and a saxophonist. Ralph Nader. Joanne Woodward. James T. Farrell, who is a novelist. I'm looking on the next page here. We have John Bean Connolly, which is a Texas governor shot in the car with JFK but survived the single bullet. Okay. And another Nobel Prize winning person called David H. Hubble. Alice Hamilton, a physician. Jean Sarzan, a golfer. Dang, you have people all over the place. Okay, you guys, that was my last birthday. I hope I got all of your birthdays right. If I made a mistake on the date, please let me know in the comments. If you are interested in me reading about your birthday, please put it in the comments below. Once I get like 4 or 5 birthdays, then I'll do this book again. So if you want to do it for yourself, for a loved one, maybe you have a crush on somebody, you want to know what it says about them, I don't know. But if you're interested in me reading about your birthday, every single birthday for the whole entire year is in this book, and I can read about you. Take it with a grain of salt. It's for entertainment purposes only. It gives you just as much positives about your personality as it does negatives, which I guess has a little bit of honesty to it, which I like. But if you guys want to see more birthdays, like I said, comment yours down below in the comments. And if you want to see more from me, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate anybody who watched this video, and I notice every new subscriber. I appreciate you all. I will see you next time. Bye.